All right. Well, it looks like I've got my little issue worked out. It was simply just layers turned off. That's all it was. This roof framing, which I did not understand, was the overhang framing. And then if you turn off the sheeting, you see, I kept trying to edit the roof system and it wouldn't come on. Well, this layer was turned off. This roof framing. So there's our there. Let's okay. So anyway, again, not to get caught up in minutia, I'm going to turn off these lookouts would go all the way. They would actually just stop right here. Well, I think they would actually go all the way to this one, and I'll work that out. And I'm sure, and once again, it'll be something that I have done. Not paying attention. So it's been a long day. I've got about another hour, so I thought I would just turn this back on, start the live stream again. I did want to show you one cool feature that Nathan added to this Medique wall extension, and it's a gable wall, which is a crazy savings on time, because what you can do is set the wall height to 0 on both ends, and then set the pitch, which I know is a 6, and I know it's 2x4s. And what else do I want to turn off? Outside. Okay. So I don't want to show any wall sheeting right now, or siding. No cladding, no update. Okay, so let's just show you what you can do with this. Now this would probably have taken me an hour. I don't know. About 30 minutes, let's just say that. Because I would have had to, each stud would have been a different length, obviously. See that? Now, what I normally would have done was probably just use one top plate, since, let's see if we can adjust that. Edit wall. I bet you can. Number of top plates. Top plate. What about that one? He's so smart, Nathan. Yeah, because see that it's not a load bearing wall. It's just so you just want one top plate on it. And the other thing I found out, you can see I did the other end too, and I'll go fix it, is that this offset, let's do this. You can offset the studs layout so that they line up with whatever walls. Let's try the 3.5 that worked on the other end. Yeah, baby. See, that's what you want. You want all your studs stacked over each other. And this other end, I can fix you don't need 2 plates. You don't need a double top plate on a gable end wall like this. So we've got top plate quantity 1, update, boom. You see, and that's just a huge. What did it take? A minute to do both gable ends in walls. Now the reason I did have a gable end truss there. I had a gable truss that came all the way down, but this is a loft, so you want to be able to insulate this wall. This is going to be an exterior wall. If you had a gable truss here, it would only be 1.5 inches thick, and you'd have to fur it out to insulate it. It would just be a mess. So we'll just have regular trusses. Well, we'll have a gable end truss put there, but it'll just be the vaulted one. And excuse me, just have my peanut butter and cracker, and I got peanut butter in my throat. Well, let's turn off the, what layer does it put those in? Let's check the wall framing. Okay. So let's turn off the roof because I'm going to do some more work. I got an hour or so. Let's turn off all the roof layers, or all the ones we need to turn off. Roof truss. Oh, let's just go down through here. I need to put all this roof stuff in one layer. That's good enough. I just want to get to where I can see my floor plan again because I'm going to finish these walls. And then of course I've got an option here. I found a little wood stove. Isn't that cute? I'm going to lighten that color up because if it's all black like that, you can't see whatever that color is. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. There, make it easier to see. It's absorbing too much light, man. But they'll have a little, wood stove here. I'm sure this is not the model. This is just the one I found on SketchUp. But the point here is that we need to decide on a model, and then I'll pull it away from the wall a little more there, and then let's turn our trusses back on just for a second. You can see we'll want to, make sure. I mean, you can offset it and all that. I mean, you can get offsets, but it's nice if that just goes straight up through and there's no trusses in the way. So what we want to do is get that model. We want to decide on a model of a wood stove and see what that, it'll have a cut sheet. It'll show all the dimensions. A lot of times the chimneys are more towards the back. They're not right in the middle like that. So this is just something somebody drew and uploaded to the 3D warehouse, which is fine. I mean, I appreciate that. It's not, I don't think that's very realistic. Might be for that model, I don't know. But what I was trying to do earlier today was show, when I was running into a few little glitches and I worked through all that, I was trying to show this loft up here, and I had a version that was a full loft. Let's see, loft full. Yeah, and it'll turn off the loft half. So I think what they're probably going to end up doing is making it a full loft where it extends all the way across. But I've got both versions. And just kind of it's going to be a neat little house. So what I'm going to do now is just put the rest of these walls in here. And I'm going to put myself some lines. My phone's ringing. I've got the volume turned off, so it just vibrates. Wall. Let's see if anybody's watching. There's Richard. Hey Richard. Thanks for watching again. I don't know if you heard, but it was a layering issue earlier. It was my fault. I had some layers turned off on the roof, and it wasn't showing the gable end. Did I already say wall? I want an interior wall. And now these are going to be on this end. Let's see. 109.125. These will be 9-foot walls, which are 9 foot 1 1/8. Yeah, that's right. It'll only be where the loft is going to be that we have 8-foot walls. Oh boy, I thought I was going to get a glitch there for a second. No, I was like, no more glitches. This morning I was having trouble with one corner. It kept adding a stud, and I kept redoing the wall until it just cooperated, and it finally did. And again, I'm sure it was user error because the extension is such a good extension. I mean, this is just a life saver. I can actually get something done. I'm just going to do this one and then move it over. Let's see. No, it's going to build the T. So I better put it. Interior, yeah, good, it saved it. So I'll put these walls in and then I'll Is it putting 2x6 walls in? Oh, shoot. I just realized that. Let me fix that. I forgot to check. There we go. Did that screw up my door? Yeah, you know what I might do is undo that. And it's going to screw up my door anyway. I'll have to good thing we got undo button at wall 3. I mean, you gotta have a. I don't usually go to 2x6 on the interior walls until I get up to 10 feet. That's good for now. And then this other one. These other walls, dadgummit. Dadgummit. I wonder if they're going to fix themselves. I hope so. I didn't catch that. Oh, perfect. It did. I was wondering if it was going to fix the cutout for the top plate. Let's see. Are we on the right? Yeah, we're all good. Oops. That's what's going to happen. This wall needs to be 2 inches longer then. Let's just redo these. And we'll pay attention this time. Let's make sure this is right. That's what I get for talking. All trying to work. Interior, 2x4 wall. 2x4 wall. Update. Okay. There we go. Can't see it. Let's see, I gotta put my I really ought to just draw these walls 3.5 inches. It would be, but I like drawing them full width because it gives the owner a sense of really, you can accurately tell them what, how much room they're going to have in the rooms. And you wouldn't think an inch would make a difference, but it's just accuracy. It just depends on how accurate you want to be when you're giving somebody a dimension on how big their bedroom is going to be, Alright, so that, let's see, where are we? Yeah, that's right. So we're going to have let's see, do I have all the walls? I got one little wall right here, and the shower wall. And 2x4, 16. Let's see, we'll just let it come out to there. And you can potty in privacy back there. That's the most important thing. And then we'll put our doors in. We're looking good. This is going to be a 32-inch pocket or barn door. So let's see, door height. What was I making it? 80.875 to get the header up to the top. And I just want to put it in right there somewhere. Oh shoot. Let's fix the header. Two 2x10s. Bottom. Update. And we are going to move that to where the jack is right up against the T. Let's see. How much is that? Two and 3/4. So I want to put me a mark here, and then I want to put me one at 2.75. Oops. Wall tools, move opening to there. There we go. Because we want that. What? Some delete. Delete something else. What we want to do is, we want to tuck that right up against, because you're going to have enough room for trim in here. See, you're going to have 4.5 inches, plenty of room for a standard 3.5 inch trim, but you want to give all the room to this side of the door that you can. And so then here will be the same thing. This is going to be a 32-inch door. Oops. Going into your closet. And what's that gonna do? That's gotta go over. What did I do? I need to learn a better way to coordinate, get these doors in the right spot to begin with, so I don't have to keep going back and moving them. There we go. That's that door. And then also they wanted this door. I had put the door into the bedroom so this door wouldn't, interfere with it. But they said they wanted it in the corner, so I'm going to put it there against my better judgment. And that will be a 32-inch door. Yeah, I think I need to. I'm almost afraid to regenerate this wall. It looks like I had that T. There we go. Did it add the stud on the end? No, good. Huh. Good. I got lucky. I noticed it had cut that wall out, that top plate for that 2x6 wall I accidentally put in. Now I need to move this over. That's that line, so it needs to come over a ½ inch. But I have a feeling that's 2 inches because I don't see the jack. Let's see, move. Huh? Location is too close to the wall. Adjusted to. I'm trying to move it in the other direction. And I don't understand. If I move it a certain amount, it will go. But if I don't, now I have to move it back. So I'm not doing something 2 15/16. I guess if I wasn't so anal, 2 15/16 probably would get more done, wouldn't it? I just want to show this homeowner. If this was for me, I wouldn't worry about it so much because I'm just going to frame it how I frame it when I get out there. But this is for, you see, I want the homeowner to know that you're going to have a stud at the end of the wall, then you're going to have the king stud, and then the jack, the trimmer, because we call them jacks, some people call them trimmers. Because what that does is it's a good rule of thumb to have 4.5 inches there. You don't want to just stick the king stud against the wall, this wall, because you'll only have 3 inches. And if you use a wider trim, in a lot of these homes we use like 1x4s for trim around doors, you won't have enough room for the trim there. So I always leave 4.5 inches as a minimum, 3 stud thicknesses there. And that's what I was trying to move that door down the wall, but they wanted it over there, so that's where they're going to get it. And then this door is it's a 30-inch door because you going into a bathroom. I'm just going to stick it over here and then move it over instead of trying to stick it where I think it's supposed to go. 1.25 inches. So I need to go to the center. 1.25 inches, 1.25. At least I'm getting faster at moving them. There we go. That worked. And again, especially in a bathroom, you got to be careful about your taking up too much room with the doors. As you can see, you got to have trim here, and then you got to have your vanity. And most people are going to buy standard width vanities. See, and that's 5 feet. So if you get lazy about this door and you frame it over here, your trim, you're going to be notching your door trim around the vanity top, because that 5 feet is not the top for the vanity, is 5'1" or whatever. So you just got to be mindful when you're framing that it affects the future. All right, so we got that. That's the master closet. We got the bathroom door. What else do we have? Yeah, this is a barn door. So that gets really the only question is, how do we do this? Like, does this loft come out and wrap around these kitchen walls? They're gonna have a little they're gonna have a little rail up here, and I guess the ladder will be over here somewhere. But this is going to be a good conversation piece, because it may be that with the fireplace here, that would actually be a good place for the ladder. But that's really the best place for the fireplace, because the wood burning stove, because it's kind of tucked back over here and it doesn't stick out into this living space. And they don't want it on this wall because of all the windows. Let's see if there's any questions. No questions. And so, I don't know, it's going to be a neat little house. It's not the Taj Mahal, but it's cool. I think what I might do is make a... Well, I'm going to wait till I meet with them, see what they say. I've got to meet with them at 3 o'clock Eastern. And we'll be on my online server, my Artisan Meats server. And I'll be able to... what I'll do is I'll just delete that window and copy this door and put it over there, just to show them what, the symmetry of it, and see what they think, and then go from there. That's what's cool about this is I can, when we get ready, I can turn on the drywall. Let's see, where's gypsum? Yes. Now I wish there was a way, this is a wish list item. I wish there was a way to select all the walls and turn the drywall on at once. I've noticed that you can't, I don't think you can turn, select 2 walls or 3 walls. Let's see. No, you can't. Selection must be limited to 1 wall assembly. What would be cool is if you could select all of them and turn the drywall on at the same time. But again, that's not a complaint. That's just that's wanting to be super lazy. But for now, what I'm going to do is turn it off. No. The very idea that you can turn it on and off makes it all worthwhile. Because the first thing I have to do is show this owner how he's going to frame this. And well, I'm going to, when I'm done with the model, he gets the model. He's paying for it, so he gets it. And he can turn these layers on and off. You know what I should be doing? Honestly, I should be generating these walls with the drywall. You know what? That was silly. I should be generating, that's the answer. I should be generating these walls while I'm drawing them with the siding and drywall and everything turned on, and then just turn the layers on and off. Lesson learned. Let's see, this little this little loft up here is going to be, it'll be fun. Maybe what we can do is have a ladder that goes up beside the fireplace. I don't, I wonder if 3D Warehouse has a short ladder, a loft ladder. I wonder if I just search, see where I was looking for the fireplace. Let's just type loft ladder. Maybe some, well, what do you know? Isn't that something? I wonder how long they are. Let's see, there's one that's even got a rail. Let's download that sucker. Yeah, isn't that cool? Let's see. I'm not going to get too involved with it because I'll end up. Yep. Need to put myself a reference line. There we go. That's close enough. Just something to give an idea. Let's move this stuff down. We'll hide it in the wall. Let's see. I had a reference line there, didn't I? And of course, obviously that's not that accurate. And I think what I'm going to do is actually, let's see. Let me get rid of that reference line. I think I'm just going to delete this stuff. That's kind of silly looking. Yeah, like that. I don't want something that looks like I want a placeholder for a ladder so we can say, where's the ladder going to go? If we do the loft here, I wonder how close you can get. Well, see, to me, this is dangerous. A child fall off and hit the wood stove, and that'll be part of the conversation. So then you say, well, do you put it over here? Where they can fall through the window. I don't know. So it may be that the full loft idea gets backed, or maybe, what just occurred to me, there's actually a third option. Well, let's go to the half loft. See, and I would have obviously there'd be a header joist across there. It's just when I was using the extension this morning, it wouldn't put one on there. I'll have to add it. So the ladder, let's get rid of this rung on the ladder. So we'll put this in the full loft layer. Well, first let's copy it because it's going to disappear in a second. So that's going to be the half loft ladder, and this is going to be the full loft ladder. And then so this one would go over here somewhere. And see, that could be it's just a conversation piece. Really, all this stuff can be detailed, but because you really want to have the handrail wants to come around and block the child off from being able to touch the stove pipe, because this will be hot. It'll get pretty hot. Let's see, return. Yeah, so those are the two options. Any questions? Questions? I suppose you could put this ladder right in the middle, but you'd be walking around it, you know. So what I might do now is I might go get well, let's see. I don't need to do that. I was thinking about going and getting Barrett's deck and getting the framing off of it, but I think I can just do a floor. Where am I? Truss. I had to reinstall the truss extension, so it's down here now. Floor truss, lumber floor. Okay. We'll make it that big. Solid sawn. And a quarter. Man. Oh, this is the deck. Rim board. See, this is what, yeah, I'm going to say yes, but it's not. We're going to make it 1.5 inches. And I'll just have to change the hatch on it. Joist spacing. Let's say no for now on the advanced, because I think that's just flooring. Let's say no. And then what I'm going to do is change the, well, shoot. Joist to run in the wrong direction. Dang it. Gotta run them the other direction. Solid lumber. I wish he had he needs a option for full lumber framed instead of this thing where he wants to put a rim board and change it. You see, it says rim board. Yes, this rim board is for those WI joists. It's like a high dense OSB. If I say no, I don't get a rim. I don't get a header joist. So I'll say yes and change it to 1.5 inches. You see, the rim board is 1.25 inches. You can also get it in 1 inch. Okay, let's just do that. And then what I'm going to do is change. I'm going to change all that to just something that looks like treated lumber. I had a really good treated lumber. I hope these are components. Because I don't really want to just, why is that not? Why is it not letting me? Well, duty balls. Are you telling me I'm going to have to select? Okay, it's a component, so that should be good. There we go. Thank you. I'm getting ready to fuss at Nathan, but I've learned the hard way that when you get ready to fuss at Nathan, just hold your tongue, because he's usually right and you're usually wrong. Let's see. Well, I can just use that as a reference, that point right there. And then I gotta go down an inch. And I'll say 2 inches. What did I do, 12? Yeah, I did. Should have just been 2 inches. Because I gotta go down 1 inch for, I gotta go down 1 inch for my decking. And then another inch just because I like to be down an inch below the threshold of the door. I don't like my decks to be right up against the threshold. And then what I'm going to do is make one for the front porch. And this should be 7 feet. Yeah. And from what I learned in the back, I gotta make this truss, floor truss, lumber, flooring, lumber floor, yes. From here to there. And a quarter. I saw a video today. His name was Matt Bangswood. He was literally using 2x6s for deck floor joists, and I thought, oh boy, this young boy, he's gonna learn the hard way. He's a good guy though. Rim board, yes, but it's gonna be 1.5 inches. Okay, nope. Okay, so we'll fix this. And I could have used, I can change these to 2x8s. On this 7 foot, as a matter of fact, we'll do that. Because there's no reason on 7 feet you can certainly get by. But what did I do? I think I edited it. Since I edited it, I can't change it. So, okay, so to keep things simple and strong, we're gonna leave it. Then we're gonna go to 2 inches. And there would be flashing, there would be, a thick gauge galvalume flashing behind that before you attach it, and it hangs down 1 inch past it. Before you attach your band to it. See what it looks like if we turn our floor plan off. And we got to turn our floor subfloor on. There we go. Not bad. Turn our trusses on. And our decking. I don't know why it keeps creating that layer. And it's a good looking little house, not bad. I like the roof pitch, the roof overhang. Be nice. Now I gotta this let's see, this is the deck. It's not gonna be covered, but the porch is gonna be covered. So I'll have to do some how much time do I have? I got plenty of time. I don't have any questions. What? Nobody cares. So what I have to do here is, and I wondered if, let's see if we've got anything under our roof rafters. No, let's see, roof truss, minor roof, complete roofs. Yeah, please do the complete roof for me, please. Medique tools, skylights. Oh, skylights. I didn't know that. It's like putting, I guess it cuts a window into your roof. I wonder if it does the curb and all that. Let's see. Well, what's a minor roof? Gable dormer. Hip shed dormer. Shed dormer. Shed dormer's coming soon. Oh, dang it. Oh, you mean I have to draw a rafter like I used to in the old days? So, where can we get ourselves? Let's see. Well, I think for now I'm just going to draw a rectangle on here and put a flooring thickness on it. Okay, that's going to be my floor decking. It'll just be a placeholder for it. Create a group here. I can bring that up an inch. Then it would be hanging over an inch. Why does it look like it's thicker than an inch? It's an optical illusion. No, it is an optical illusion. That was weird. It looked like it was more like an inch and a quarter or something. And so that'll just be our deck for now. That way I can build the porch on top of it. And I'm going to do the same. I want to copy that. Copy that, Roger. Put this back here. What did I do? It all messed up. And I can edit that. Hang over a little bit on each end. Oops. A lag. I was watching, is anybody watching the SpaceX Bob and Doug returning from space? I don't know. I know, Richard, you're old enough to remember Bob and Doug McKenzie. They literally are blocking. If you go in the live stream and you try to type hosers, it's not allowed. That word's not allowed. I think that's hilarious. Now that was my experience. Now I'm guilty of experiencing things that other people don't experience. So it's probably just me. But I literally, I was trying to make a joke about Bob and Doug McKenzie. And anyway, that joke didn't go over very well. Typical for my jokes. So typically on these more rural houses, and I don't mean anything by that, I mean affordable. We'll make these 6x6s, and you want them to be at least 7 feet long. Let's see. Let me undo that for a second. I need to make this a component. Yes, I'm getting smart. Porch post. Yeah. $7 feet. Okay. Now, if they want to, if I have to change that, it will change. And I should just be able to make that. Yeah. So then, I like to make my post at least 7 feet because that forces you to make the roof pitch high enough. Did I not? So that you don't have, when you walk out the front door or this door, you're not looking at the roof hanging down, you know. And probably gonna need one right in the middle. I hope it's not gonna be too much in the way of that window though, because that was kind of the point. Where's the middle? There it is. That ain't the middle. Good Lord. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Dang it. Well, the only way around that is to have a big honking beam that'll span. Which you could do. We'll talk about that. And for this situation, we would probably use an exposed beam instead of using like an LVL. We'd probably just get a big timber, since it's a rustic, maybe a more rustic house. Oops. So we might even just use that component thing bit me in the butt, didn't it? I gotta make it unique. See, if you make it unique, it's its own component. See, now I can edit it without the others. See that, and this would probably be at 8. I probably need to add 2 inches. This would probably want to even be a 6x8. Yeah, that's because it's against my rules to use a post as a beam. A beam is a beam, and a post is a post. Okay, and that's not like 100%. Like if you're standing at the kitchen sink, which is what that is, you know, you're like, who put that post in the way? Dang. But you're just looking at a bunch of trees anyway, so. Now, here's where the typical, this is what Tony used to do. I used to go up 4.5, 4.5. Then I would go over, this is how, let's see. I can't get my perspective here. There we go. Then I'm going to go over 12, then up. Let's just see where, I can't get my, this is one of the things you got to get used to working in 3D, making sure you're on the right axis. I wonder if we can get by, if they don't mind using, I think we are going to use a metal roof. Let's see where 212 hits. I think I'm probably going to raise it up. Oh yeah, we can raise it up. You leaving?
No,
Maybe so. Alex is heading off. So yeah, I mean, there's no reason to make it that low. We're gonna erase that and that. Let's go 312. Gotta be on that blue axis. I mean, might as well just make it a 4. I don't know why I'm hawing around here about this. I've done so many metal roofs at low pitches, it's a handicap almost. You know, I'm always wanting to do a low pitch roof because I like them. But, you know, these old farmhouse or these old, traditionally like homes in these kinds of areas are not. Let's see, we're going to use a 2x8 too. We're not going to use some wimpy 7.25. Is that right? Yeah. And then we will go. This is going to make sense here in a minute. And this is what I used to have to go through a lot when I was hand drawing rafters. We're going to go 16 on this for now. And then I'll fix that tail in a minute. Did I not draw my... Well, something went wrong. That worked. That worked. Something happened in here. Strange. Wait. So now what I want to do is raise this up. The first thing I want to do is make this a component. I'll get to grab. I need to get to where I can grab stuff without grabbing other stuff. So let me just go in here and grab that line individually. I don't need to name that. Okay, so what I want to do is raise this up to where my bird's mouth is not sitting, well, to where this, like that. Where I don't have to notch that underside of the rafter. Technically, it should just be sitting right there. So now what I can do is draw my bird's mouth. And cut it out. Cut it out, sucker. The other thing you don't want to do is have a big wide fascia, so you're going to end up with a 2x4. That'd be 3.5. As a what is going on here? That's 7 1/4. 3.5 inches down. 3.5. What? It's not going down, it's coming out. There. 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 And, you don't have to use a 2x8 rafter. I like them. You can use a 2x6 if you want to. 1.5 there. The reason you don't want to have to, I've got 2x4 barge rafters. Let's look at that for a second. You use a 2x4 barge rafter so that you can use a 1x6 fascia board to finish it, to trim it out. That on this size house, 1x8 fascia boards is not going to look good. So what you do is you set it up to where you can use a 2x4 as a sub fascia board, and then your 1x6 will hang down past that an inch or so, and that'll cover your soffit, which is nailed to the bottom of these rafters. You won't need soffit blocks with these rafters cut this way. So then let's make this lumber, let's make it look like this other framing. Like that, and then we'll copy it. Now what's going to happen is these rafters will be they'll be just like this 16. They'll be put on after the decking. What is that, times 20? I like to guess and then just go out and delete them. Yeah, I got one. 3 too many. This one will come back. Oops, I missed. To there. And then you'll have hello, chow. Chow. What kind of flag is that? White flag of surrender? What are you surrendering for? I'm not attacking. And that'll be kind of, and then what you'll do, now what I can do is just convert one of these to a, excuse me, stomach's growling and it's not even dinner time yet. Let's see, we want to move that back 3/4. Well, no, we don't. We don't have to do that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this unique so it doesn't change all the rest of them. Now I'm going to convert this to a 2x4. And it all will make sense in your mind. .5. But anyway, I was talking about the SpaceX thing. I love that kind of stuff. I'm a big SpaceX fan. And, well, dang it. When I start talking about space, I get distracted. Did I get it on the rafter? And so, there we go. And so, kind of looking forward to watching that. You know what I just realized I did? Did I turn that? Oh no, that's good. And again, you use that, the reason you use a 2x4 subfascia or barge rafter is so that you can use a 1x6 fascia board. And why is that got a line out there like that? Oh, that's weird. Why is that out there like that? Bizarre. Mr. Bizarro. So I want to put me a subfascia on here. Is that right? Yep. But it will hang down, and I'll show you in a second. As soon as I get to where I can just see it and make a group out of it without grabbing anything else. Make it wood colored. Now it's going to have to hang down, so it just occurred to me we won't be able to use the bottom of the rafters. I thought something sounded funny about that. You want this point to be down here so that when you put your decking on, it doesn't interfere with it. And so that's typical though. why that's hanging down. I don't know. That's it's normal. As your decking will come down and then come out and go up, have its own thickness. And your soffit blocks will go, under here and go straight back to the beam. Or you could cut, what might look kind of cool is to cut a tail, just a 2x4 tail on the, I've done this a bunch, and this on my last two houses I built for myself. The soffits just slope with the rafters. So the rafter tail, it just is cut at a 2x4 back up to here. Like, it would be like this. I'll just roughly show you. It would come up like that and then come down like that. And then you nail the soffit straight to the bottom of it. And when you're looking up, then from underneath the soffit slopes up. And that keeps you from having these silly returns out here on the end, which I hate. That's why I slope all my soffits. Like here, I would just nail the soffit to the underside of the trusses. I wouldn't build a flat return. As a matter of fact, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix that right now. And then, so this would be 3.5. Because I want to truly suggest this because it's going to look a lot better on this house. It may seem kind of bizarre, but it's not. If you haven't done it before, it may seem weird to you. But see, now you can just nail the soffit up, and the soffit can come and wrap around and go up. And what you'd have to do is just I'll look all my little lines. But that's easy to overcome. Any other questions? Ciao. Ciao. What time is it? I gotta get ready to meet with my customers. So then I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna just kind of be lazy for right now and draw this decking as if it was one big piece. Make it I'm just gonna make it 1/2 inch. That's what Madeep does. I don't know why I can't do it. He shows this. I made the mistake of making that so big I can't grab it all now though. Let's move it down. Let's see. Yeah, that's what you do. You'd like double click it really fast. And it just occurred to me I'm not remembering all my SketchUp commands, which is rather noobish of me. See, since we dropped that, I usually hold it back a little bit. You want to hold, oops, wrong surface. You want to hold this back a little bit because you don't want it to get in the way of your fascia board, which sticks up a little bit. So it'll be like that. Yeah, that's how it would be. And then we'll color it. We'll give it the same surface as, well, that. I hope I didn't color my rafters. No, I didn't. Or put that texture on them. we go, we're getting there. And of course this back, it's just a deck. But then what we could do is just show these I'm going to copy this down. But I'm going to make it unique. And then I'm going to go underground. Move it up some. Oops. Wrong way. Because it would be sitting on top of a concrete, pier. Concrete footing, sorry. And this one would line up. Actually, we would probably need to put more than these. I'm going to check all my. That's quite a span. We're not going to get by with that. What is that? That's quite a span. Well, it's a short porch. Yeah, 10 feet. We could probably work that out by doubling. We just double that. Another good reason to use 2x10s. Double this outer band. Make it like a beam out of it. And so we could copy this around. Make another set of unique posts. Oops. Let's make it easier on ourselves. Let's go down to the ground. And then, cause I don't know, he might want to do like a concrete block pier or something. But if they're going to have stone or something around them, I've seen that quite a bit. But this would be the most affordable way to do it if you're trying to make it affordable. And I think these are 10 feet. Not sure why I did that. And 10 feet should be. Yeah, I'm just going to show it like that for now. Again, this is just conversation piece. What we're trying to do is get size, configuration. This is just to have something to talk about, and then depth, location, all that. Location of the deck back here. Because what I'm suggesting is that the steps come down this way. 217. Time to draw the steps. Now, what we're going to do on this is, what do I have? Do I have something that can draw? I'm just going to draw. One lesson I have learned about steps is do not get too detailed because you can spend a lot of time drawing them. And really what you need to do is just draw yourself a block that's, let's do it like this so I can know which way it's going. Yeah, 10 by 7.5. And then just make it 3 feet long, 36 inches. Maybe, I like to make them 42. And then just make that a component step. And let's call it deck step. And then just copy it like this. And make yourself a group. Because what you're doing is you're showing the accurate rise treads and risers, And again, it's just a conversation piece. Here's where the steps go. This is how many risers you would have, that kind of thing. And the main thing you're trying to do is show the relationship between the end of the steps and, let's see, how can we get this? Let's see here. I know what we can do. You're trying to show, configuration again. You're not trying to win, an architectural award drawing steps. You're trying to convey information. It's going to go back an inch, then down 7.5, like that. You see, and that worked out pretty good, because what you'd have down here is a concrete slab that would be level that you would set these on. And if you just really don't like the way that looks, you can, don't worry about it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to at least color them. Whoops, wrong texture. Now those are supposed to color themselves, because that worries me, because that's a component. And there we go. All of them should have changed. And you're doing something wrong if they don't all change. So that tells us that if we have the proper height off the ground, and this shows you why it's important to get your grade properly drawn on your drawing, because if this grade ends up being twice this much, your stairs are going to run out past the corner of your house. See, and so you want your grade information to be relatively accurate, because you can always make the deck either a little bit less. Taking 10 inches off the deck to get another treading is not a big deal, or moving it is not a big deal either. It's just a deck. It's not. It ain't Jesus. It's just a deck. So, and then on the front, let's copy one of these. And then, this is the corner of the house. You see, we're going to have a little landing out here. It just occurred to me. We'll have to have a little landing right there and a step coming off. What time is it? I better go. I got to get ready to meet with them. I have to set up my server and everything. Let me see if there's any more questions. No questions. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Pablo. What is that? No. What's Polo? Paola? Oh, Paola, duh. I mean, one of the things, if you stare at a monitor all day, especially bright, your eyes will go pretty fast. It's like getting snowblind. And I try to work in this atmosphere where I have this sort of grayish background, so I'm not looking at this all the time. That's why I put the ground on there first. But your eyes it gets to where you can't really see very well. I do anyway. So sorry about that, Paola. Anyway, thanks for watching and participating. And these videos are mainly for the owner, but I like the interaction with you guys too also. Thanks a lot.